This is going great.
So Hi everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Drunken Library.
In case you don't remember, I'm Sam.
I'm Amber.
We're a fucking disaster.
It's not because of the alcohol.
No, but it doesn't help. Or maybe it does.
Honestly, I think it might help.
It might help. I don't fucking know.
It doesn't help, but it helps.
Hell, it certainly helps me cope, let me tell you.
That's what I was trying to say, and then the words just like stopped. They were like, no, we're not cooperating with you today.
Fuck, 'cause I'm not even drunk.
I know. We're really not, I swear.
Anyway, so today
We're here
to talk about a book
that we read
like 3 months ago.
3 or 4.
I think the buddy read on Storygraph tells me it was 3 months ago.
I know it was January. I just don't remember when in
Yeah,
January.
it was like the end of January because I had the Rona.
Oh, yeah.
So I recall because it was over my birthday.
Oh, that's right.
And it is the fourth and final installment in our Wayfarers series.
By Becky Chambers.
Yeah, so the book is called The Galaxy and the Ground Within. This is what it looks like. I don't know why we did that. We did in fact read this like 3 months ago. We only sort of remember what happened.
Yeah, we really kind of mostly don't remember what happened.
Like, in detail.
Yeah. But we figured, why not get drunk and talk about it anyway?
Yeah, I mean, like, look, the first video we ever made for this channel, we hadn't read that book in years, so,
That's true. That is true.
You know what? It's fine.
Wow, blast from the fucking past.
And I did, in fact, bring beer into your house from my car.
Traditions, man.
Traditions. What a time.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, if you want to see us being children, we were not children, we were not drunk children on the internet.
Not drunk children on the internet.
We were in our early
It
mid-20s.
was like mid-20s. Was it like 25?
You were 25.
I was 25. Fuck.
So I was 23.
Fuck.
But if you want to see that, that's our first video.
We can link it.
We'll link it down below.
Anyway, we should maybe talk about this book.
Possibly.
Sort of.
I guess.
Maybe.
So,
Well,
okay. So I'm just going to say the first thing I remember happening.
this video's gonna suck.
So there was a dude. So the first thing I
I feel
remember.
like we should have done a shot or something.
I have really good gin. Do you want some really good gin? It's really good gin. Maybe. Pause for gin.
And we're back.
Listen, sometimes you gotta be a little more drunk and a little less library.
Apparently. Or a little more drunk and a lot less library, as the case may be.
I mean, listen, we were gonna make the video. If we don't remember the book, we at least have to be entertaining. Which we could be.
Yeah?
We could be.
It could be.
Without alcohol.
To be or not to be.
That is the word I struggled over.
If you've never been on this channel before, I swear sometimes we know what we're talking about. If you watch any of the other 3 videos about this book series, I know a lot of stuff about it.
She really does, and honestly, probably half of the real content of this video is gonna be based on that knowledge, because I certainly don't fucking remember.
You act like this video is gonna have real content. It goes back to the whole know your friend's strengths thing.
Yeah!
She's so much faith in me.
Yeah!
In general.
Yeah! I'll say, the first thing I remember happening is the little girl going to watch the stars or whatever, and then the fucking explosion happens.
That's the 3rd book.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, but it was early in the 3rd book, though.
It was the first thing in the 3rd book.
Alright, so I wasn't
crushing it.
the most wrong.
Not the most wrong. Just like medium level wrong.
Alright, well then I don't remember where it starts.
No, so this one starts with like a memo from I don't know, some sort of maintenance company that they're going to be doing like routine maintenance on the force field around the like planet that they're on.
Okay.
So the satellites are down And
That
there's
I
no
remember.
communication
Yep.
to the outside, and everybody who lands on this planet today cannot get on any tunnels to leave the planet or to go anywhere else, and they're all stuck, and it's supposed to only take a couple of hours, but it ends up taking like
A few days.
a few days.
Yeah.
And we don't end up knowing how long it's actually going to take. So we're at this like outpost where people normally just stop through and like pick up kind of like some supplies, like refuel, stay, take a shower, whatever. Essentially
Rest.
a truck stop.
Yeah. Rest, eat.
Yeah, it's essentially a space truck stop.
Yeah. It's because isn't it like in between all of a bunch of other places? Like
Yeah, it's essentially a stop conveniently located between a bunch of tunnels to other planets and
That's
stuff.
right. That's right.
And there's really nothing else there. It's not like a settled planet. So the only things that are there are all these other like kind of it's like a throughway.
Sorry. My cat distracted me.
It's all good. So yeah, so our location is like this outpost. It's essentially, like I said, like a space truck stop, basically.
Yep.
And our hosts are like this woman and her child of indeterminate gender, because this particular species does not determine their gender until after puberty.
Yeah. Which, like, kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm into that. I love it. And they are hosting, I think, 3 other people.
Three or four.
Three or four other
somewhere around there.
Other folks. I think it's 3.
And the thing about the rest stop too is that she tries to be the owner. She tries to be very accommodating.
Yeah, so she tries
everybody.
to keep the needs of every other species known to like the Galactic Commons in mind. So she'll try to have like beds for every known species, food for every known species, supplies for every kind of ship. But one of the species that stops by this time is not a species that is really part of the GC. Nice. They are more known. They're more known among others kind of as like outlaw pirate types.
Yeah.
They were actually the species that were like the pirates that came on board Ashley's ship in the first book.
The first book.
Yeah.
Which I totally remember as a distinct and separate book from all the other series, because I would never confuse them.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, you've read all of these one time, and aside from this book, I have read all of the other ones at least 4 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah, I definitely... And the last book, I remember struggling with for some reason. I
think like you listened to the audio and the other ones you had read physically.
Yeah, and I was
also
having
like
trouble
I will tell you the third one, it's not my fave.
Yeah.
I read it all of the times because like to kind of complete the circuit, but like of all of them, it is my least favorite.
Yeah. Including the 4th one.
Including the 4th one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And well, you were saying that you thought the 4th one
it's either
might
my
be
second favorite. Yeah, it's
or third.
Yeah, it's my second. It's either this one or the first one are my second favorite. I cannot decide. I think I have to read this one again because I honestly don't know.
Of course you do.
Well, I do. Because
I'm that way too. I gotta reread stuff.
Well, part of the thing is, I don't know if it's because this one is genuinely my second favorite or if it's because it had the shiny newness. But I really connected to the themes in this one.
Yes.
A lot.
We had a lot of really good discussions about this that we don't remember that well anymore.
No, so, and we're gonna get off topic from plot-wise, because honestly, in these books, the plot doesn't fucking matter.
No.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
And we've said that in the other videos too. These books are much more character driven, and they are very much a vehicle for bigger discussions about like issues that are going on in your life. This one's like the most political by a lot.
Oh yes.
Which is interesting because I would not have expected that.
I wouldn't either. And I remember when I read the first one, I thought that one was pretty political. But this one definitely, it was about like how you view others was it was so like deeply rooted in this story.
The main characters were all from such wildly different parts of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Very different backgrounds. Sorry if the camera moves. Her cats are doing a thing right now. But yeah, so they're from very different parts of the galaxy, very different species, very different backgrounds. And they're all from ones that have very strong political and, like, social leanings.
Yes.
Do you think? It's fine. It's fine. It's a beer night, so, like, I've burped twice, but they've both been off camera.
I know. And then we get on camera, and it's just, like, me belching all over
again. It's not
again.
a drunken library video, though, if you're not, like, the one who's burping.
That's true. That's true. Although I'll never forget that one time that you just, like, let one rip right on camera, and it was impressive.
It was fucking glorious.
It was beautiful. You guys don't understand. Unless
like,
you've been here all along.
I'm like a quiet burper.
Yeah, I'm not. This was quiet for me.
It was.
I was intentionally.
She was trying to keep it down because I was like getting.
She was right.
Getting deep.
She was getting right in the middle of it all.
Getting in the thick of it.
I was like, I'm not just gonna.
She wasn't about to be like.
And I was about to be like. So what were we saying?
So political.
Oh yeah. And
but yeah,
all
so
of them
all
being
the,
so
they're
different.
all super different. They're from super different backgrounds that have very strong, like, opposite perspectives, and, like, political leanings.
And traditions and
moralities. And, like, having to find a middle ground and a way to relate to each other because they're, like, stuck on this planet together with nobody else on this outpost except for these, like, 5 people. Needing to be able to get along, and at one point there's like an emergency health situation and they have to figure it out.
Yep. And they do really all come together.
Yeah, they all come together and they develop not only like a way of communicating but like an actual respect for each other. And then I remembered earlier when we were talking about how we didn't remember a lot of stuff.
Yeah, of course.
I remembered, like, you ran to the bathroom. Some stuff that happened at the end where I was like, oh my god, each one of them, like, kind of did one thing for one of the other ones, like, at the very end of the book. Like,
it was so nice.
Like, one of them was, like,
I don't remember what they were.
He was, like, exiled from his society.
That's the only one I
he was, like,
remembered.
a rebel, and then one of them had, like, a military history, and she, like, called in a favor to get him, like, a military...
So he could go for his son's...
So he could go for,
something. Some sort of ceremony?
For his son's, like, coming of age, like...
Yeah.
To essentially to see his kids.
Yeah.
So he could go onto his planet. And then that character created a virtual reality simulation for...
Because that's what he did. That was his job.
Because that was, like, his profession. He created a whole virtual reality world
that worked
with the brain map in mind for another one of the characters because their like, neurological pathways
were so different from everyone else's.
There had never been a VR simulation made for them, so they were never able to do it. And because of the way that their brains and bodies work, they also were never able to, like, experience, like, tactile things in the world because they always had to go out in the world in, like, essentially like a spacesuit.
Yeah.
So they couldn't, like, touch grass.
Right.
So he made, like, a VR thing specifically, like, with her brain map in mind so that he could, like, build a planet for her so she could go and, like, sit in water.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the owner of the inn, the
outpost.
I was trying to think of outpost. I couldn't think of the word. I was going to say layaway. I was like, it's not layaway.
Of the Kmart layaway.
You're not trying to get a TV.
I mean, they probably could.
I mean, they're advanced for TVs. But anyway, so she wanted to have stuff for everything, but she didn't have anything for, what was her name? Speaker.
Yeah, so she was the one with the crazy neural pathways.
Yeah, and so the owner of this outpost, I almost said layaway again. The owner of the outpost, she, like, grew specific food because everything else that was good for all the other species was poisonous.
Yeah, so she couldn't have a lot of the same food. So she couldn't, like, come to, like, they tried to have, like, a birthday party while they were there, and she couldn't participate. Like, she would come and sit with all of them, but, like, she couldn't be part of it, and they all thought she was being antisocial, but, like, she literally couldn't eat it or she would die.
Yeah.
She, like, can't breathe the same air because, like, their species breathes in carbon dioxide. Or carbon monoxide. One of the other things that's poisonous to other species. Yeah. And so she started growing specific things, and as a favor to her, Speaker sent her the plants to grow.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Okay.
And, like, taught her how to grow it and sent her recipes for, like, snacks to make.
Yeah.
And
because
so they were all
want to have stuff for everybody.
And so they were all doing all these things for each other. The kid was, like, trying to get this museum of other
Of rocks
and like other geology from other planets, and like he was like, so everybody was teaching the kid about like their cultures, and it was just this very cool like little network amongst themselves they built to help kind of further understanding and like help each other out. Right at the end of the book, and up until that point, like you just didn't know. And honestly, the biggest thing I think Speaker did for anyone was for Pei, who was an alien. And that was the big conversation about like bodily autonomy that took place in this book, which was the one that particularly spoke to me.
Because
I have spent my entire life, teen years through adulthood, talking about how much I like don't want to have kids. And everybody telling me about how I'll change my mind, or how it's like my responsibility to have children, or this, that, and whatever. It's been a whole thing for fucking 20 years at this point.
I didn't decide until like 5-6 years ago that I didn't want kids. I didn't know, because my whole life I grew up
you just
being
assumed
told
it was what you wanted because you were told it was what you wanted.
Yeah, right. Like, oh, when you have kids. I was like, oh, right, yeah, sure, when I have kids.
Right, and that's fucked.
And then, and then I got to a point where I was confronted with a situation where I'm like, okay, well, would I be okay with not having kids? Would that sit well with me?
Yeah, would it bother me if I didn't?
Yeah, and I was like, wow, man, like, actually, I really don't think I want them at all. So, like, and it was just, like, interesting.
But, so the alien species, Pei's species, no, it's good. This is the conversation.
It's all relating to the real world. It's all relating
to the real world. But, so that species has historically had trouble with fertility. And so the females of the species, they do this thing called shimmering, where, like, you can tell they are in their, like, fertile window, and it only happens to most of them once in their lifetime, and it only lasts, like, maybe a couple weeks. Like, it's a very short window of time. And you can tell because, like, their scales shimmer. And they get, like, sensitive. They're, like, you know, they have, like, health issues leading up to it. Yeah. It starts happening while she's at this outpost.
Yep, trapped at
this outpost.
Yeah. And she's got very important plans to go have a lot of sex. So
with a human, which is not encouraged in her species, because they consider, like, if you don't try to reproduce during your window, like you're
betraying,
shitting on the species essentially, because of the issues with reproduction. Yeah. But Speaker, this Akarak, who's like the one who's everybody's misunderstood and thinks is like an evil pirate or whatever, who's actually just like, no, I just want to help everybody. Yeah. She's actually like my favorite. I love her so much. She's
awesome.
She's the shit. But she's
kind of like, well, what do you want to do?
She's like, what do you want to do? And she's like, well, I don't know if I want to do anything about it. I don't know if I even want to have a kid. And she's just like, but I don't have a good reason. And then Speaker's like, that is a reason. You don't want to is a reason. You don't need another reason. And she convinces Pei to just like fuck off and not do it. Yep. And convinces her that she doesn't need to explain herself to anybody.
Yep. Like,
and she like gives her the freedom to like make the choice to be with the person she really wants to be with.
Yeah. Which I think is really important, because I think no matter how badly anybody wants anything, I always feel like if there's any kind of outside pressure to handle things a certain way, I feel like I know for me personally at least, I feel like I can't do something unless somebody gives me like permission. Yeah. And it's like, it's like you don't need it, but you feel like you need it, so you won't do it until you have it.
No, you used to have that issue with like
calling into work. Yeah. I'd be vomiting, and I'd be like, I'd call my mom. I was like in my 20s, and I'd be vomiting because I'd be sick. And I would call my mom and be like, I don't feel good, I need to call into work. She's like, then call into work. I was like, okay, thanks. There's so much pressure to just work through illness.
Yeah, or just to like do the right thing and like...
Which honestly, I don't think that is the right thing, but that's the way society viewed
but that's just
the workforce.
Well, and there's that, but even like back, like with the whole thing with like the have kids, the bodily autonomy thing, it's like taking care of what your needs are and your wants are is the right thing. Yeah. That is the important thing, and I think that's like the big thing that like Speaker gives to Pei is just like, that's a good enough reason. You don't have to do shit if you don't want to.
Yep. And it was just really... I don't know, it was really validating to read that, because it's so uncommon to find that anywhere.
I mean, and I've felt that way for a long time, but it still hit me to read it. And granted, I'm a human who has a lot of mental health issues, and I was literally isolated in a room for 10 days at this point, so I was having a rough time mentally anyway, and was also physically sick because of the Rona. But I, like, read that line and then just broke down crying.
Yeah. I imagine that, yeah, I could see that.
I was just like, this is the most, like, you're good enough, this is okay, everything's okay shit.
I love when we can get that validation that we need from authors and, like, our chosen communities, more so than just, like, necessarily real people in our real lives. Not that authors aren't real people, but y'all know what I mean.
Yeah, obviously. I survived the Rona.
I'm proud of you.
That got derailed. Anyway.
Oh. I think we covered most of the book.
We at least covered the important, like, themes and the things and the stuff. Because, again, plot literally doesn't matter in these books.
It really
Like,
is about
I love
the
these
framing.
books, and the plot is really just, like, a way to propel the characters toward each other. The characters are what matters, and it's the way that they relate to each other, and the themes, and the way
the
that these
conversations
make you feel.
My question is, are you going to reread just this one, or are you going to reread the whole series again?
Knowing me, I'll probably reread the whole series again.
Worth it.
I know who I am.
I really want to reread the whole series too, because now I need to figure out what my ranking is. Because, like...
Yeah, you were reading them all for the first time.
Yeah,
and
like, I read the first one. I was like, this is fucking amazing. I was like, I'm not going to like any of these books as much as the first one.
Then you read the second one.
And then I read the second one. I was like, ah, shit. I think I might like the second one the most.
I didn't think I'd like any of them more than the first one, and a lot of people said that the first one is, like, their very most favorite. And a lot of people, the second one is their least favorite. And I think it's very different than the rest of them.
It is very different from the rest of them, but I kind of like... I really like...
The characters in that one are, like, the ones that just hit me right in the soul.
I think... You know what I think? It's because we get to spend more time with fewer people. Because in all the other books, we're
might also be why I liked this one a lot.
Because there's not as many people. Wait, so how did the last part
We were ranking the books... like 2 hours ago. We were less drunk then.
Listen, the camera just stopped recording us, and instead of picking up where we left off, we just talked and drank more.
It do be like that. I was trying to figure out where the camera cut us off, and then we got distracted.
By life.
It's fine.
We hadn't hung out in a while. We had to catch up.
Yeah.
That's how it be.
This is why we only post once every, like, 9 months.
So anyway.
It's fine.
I don't know what our official rankings of the books are.
So, as of right now,
Yep.
number 1 for me, as in, like, number 1 ranking, is book number 2, Closed in Common Orbit. Number 2 ranking, I think, is this book, Galaxy and the Ground Within.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I'll update Twitter after I reread them. If it changes.
Okay.
Because...
Also text me.
Yeah, I'll text you, obviously. But I think it's this one, Galaxy and the Ground Within, which would mean number 3 is the first one, Long Way to a Smelling Green Planet, and number 4, easily, always, number 4 is going to be... Regular Spaceborne Few. Book number 3.
I've been, like, just casually.
That had some fucking bass.
That had some bass.
But there was, like...
Oh, yeah.
It had
It was rumbly.
It had some nice tone.
It was rumbly. It was like...
You can tell this bitch has some vocal training.
I do. I do. It's been a minute, but I do. All right, so my rankings right now, oh, fuck. Mine, here's, okay, I think I know where I'm at. However, where I'm at is highly in flux.
Sure.
So, my number 1 is either the first or the second book.
Sure.
I loved both of them. I had very strong reactions to both of them. And I love them both.
Yeah.
So I think I think the second one is probably number one, but the first one really...
I totally get that.
Yeah, there was just something, and
it was like that magic that captured you.
Yeah,
and again, it may change when you reread the series.
Exactly.
For me, again, it's like, that's why I have to reread to know. Because this one, it was the shiny newness.
Exactly.
It was the only one, it was like, this is brand new.
And for me, the first one was the shiny newness. Like, all of it's been shiny and new, but the first
that one was like your first exposure to the series at all.
Exactly. And so, I wonder if that's a factor. It probably is a factor, but I also did really fucking love it. And there was so much about it that really just spoke to me, either in like a general way or a specific way.
Well, and that one is most people's favorite.
Yeah.
So if it is your favorite, totally understand.
I know, but I really also love the second one. The thing is that they're so different, so I don't know which one I actually... I don't know if I have a preference.
Yeah, it might just be that it's like...
They're both amazing in different ways.
They're equal, but different.
Exactly. So those are 1 and 2, whichever fucking way.
Yeah, just in what... They may flip-flop from time to time.
Yes.
Depending on your stage in life or whatever.
That part. And then the fourth one is my number 3. Because the third one I apparently don't even remember. So
she doesn't even know what happened in that
I don't even know what happened in that one. I thought it happened in the other one. So
here's the thing. We say it's like it's both of our like number 4, but like the third book is still good.
It's still good. It's better than a lot of other books I've read.
But it's just like not the best in this series.
It's not as good as the other 3. I mean, it just isn't as good as the other 3.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to throw shade.
But like...
that's just how it is.
Maybe a little.
I'm not even trying. It's just facts.
But like, yeah, of the Wayfarers books, for sure. Because this book number 4, is absolutely, like, she has gone on record to say it is the last book in the series.
Okay.
So,
I can see that, though. Because it really kind of ties up how everybody knows stuff about each other.
Yeah, well, and the thing about these books is, like, she could have, because of the way this series is written, she could have kept this series going forever because they are not direct sequels. They're all, like, companion sequels.
Alonso!
Can you, like, not? But yeah, so that is...
Those are our thoughts.
I mean, as they are.
I don't remember even the fucking title of the book right now.
The Galaxy and the Ground Within by Becky Chambers.
I knew Galaxy was in the title. I wasn't gonna try to...
It's fine. Everything's fine. It's not better than fine, but it's fine. I'm sorry you're watching this, guys.
I'm not.
Anyway, if you enjoyed this for some ungodly reason,
please like
and subscribe.
Hit the bell so that you know when we post.
Because it's not fucking consistent.
Not at all.
Even a little bit.
And whatever you do, always please remember, read responsibly.